G'day, welcome back. So we're going to look at the underhand movement today. I'm going to show you the technique and then we're going to get stuck straight into that 10-minute challenge. So if you haven't done rope flow before, you're going to hold the rope exactly like the overhand in this AOK grip in the one hand here. And now you're going to imagine that the stones are being flicked the opposite way now. So we're going to flick the stones forwards and you're going to take the rope and you're going to swing it in this direction so it comes underneath and around like so. So imagine those stones are getting flicked straight forwards, and we're just going to take this on one side, find that rhythm in the single, get that bounce in the knees, and then when you're ready to, this may be a little bit difficult for some people, but it should be very simple. Just bring it over to the other side like so. So you're just going to follow the tension of the rope over to the other side there. Imagine it's an extension of your arm and you're just following it across to the other side. Find that rhythm on that side, and then when you're ready to, bring it back to that initial side. And then once you're comfortable, maybe a couple on each side, and then progressing to one each side, one for one. Now, once you have that, taking it over to the opposite hand, same thing, finding that rhythm on one side, getting used to that, trying to keep this rope in a parallel line. And then when you're ready to, follow it over to the other side, get used to that side. And then once again, one for one on each side. Now you're going to take that rope into each hand, stack the fists in that race and chase position. Now, instead of the thumb leading, the pinky finger is going to be the one drawing the figure 8 pattern in front of you. So now we take, like we're drawing a sword from the side here, and we swing it over to the other side and find that one for one, using the pinky finger to draw that figure 8 pattern out in front of us. Just finding that nice head over foot position, going from side to side there. And that is your basic underhand pattern in a race and chase. So I'm going to stick this timer on. We're going to get into this challenge. If you need to pause the video, that's okay, but we'll get into the challenge here. So starting off with the right hand, just that single arm, finding that rhythm, and we're just going to be switching that stance the same as the overhand. So switching the stance, left foot forwards, right foot forwards, just getting used to that. We're working on the legs to begin with, finding that rhythm, seeing if we can switch the feet on time with the rope. Finding some single leg balance on the right leg, then also on the left leg, maybe switching back to the right again, finding a bit of a balance and switching to the left. Now changing hands, left hand, and we're switching stance. So finding that timing and rhythm with the stance. Pausing if you need to find rhythm on one side. Find that balance. Being nice and light on the feet. Balanced on one leg, on the right leg. Balanced on the left leg. Taking as much time as you need to on each leg. And now switching to two hands. So finding that rhythm and switching the stance. Maybe rocking forwards and backwards slightly as you bring the head from the left side to the right side. Getting that nice tick of the rope on the ground to give you that timing. Now bringing onto one leg, trying to balance on that single leg, loosen the knee, switching to the left leg. Maybe back to the right again. Trying to maintain that figure 8 pattern out in front of you. And now switching to the head. So now we're looking to the left, still with the two hands. Looking around to the left there, maybe we can look a little bit further. Around to the back, following the rope around. Now looking to the right. Maybe switching stances there. Looking a bit further around to the right, following the end of that rope as it goes around. Looking to the left again. Switching stances. It's nice and light in the feet. Looking to the right again. Then as the rope comes across from one side to the other, follow it back to the left. And now switching to one hand in the right hand, looking to the left, switching stances again, maybe coming up onto one foot, the right leg, now looking to the right, left leg up, switching stances as we look to the right, look to the left again, finding that balance with the single leg, switching from side to side, looking to the right, seeing how far around you can look without losing your balance. Nice and loose through the shoulders. Now switching hands to the left hand. Switching stances, looking to the left. Looking around a little bit further. Now looking to the right. Switching stances. Looking a little bit further around the shoulder if you can. Now finding balance on the right leg, looking to the right. Looking to the left. Switching to the left leg. Looking to the right, still on the left leg. Switching legs. Looking to the left. Using both legs, switching stances. And now bringing the legs together, shutting the eyes down, eyes closed, still the rope in the left hand, and just finding your balance on the spot there. Now starting to maybe move the stance. So switching those legs, finding where you are in time and space with the eyes closed, switching the left leg forwards again, right leg forwards, seeing if you can balance on one leg, balance on the other leg, and now back to two legs, looking to the left with the eyes closed, looking to the right. Now switching hands, rope in the right hand, Finding your center again, standing with feet together. Once you're comfortable, starting to switch that stance. Left leg forwards, right leg forwards. Switching one more time. Now starting to find balance on one leg, the right leg. Using the rope and your opposite leg as a counterbalance. Now switching to the left leg. Really challenging yourself here. Very difficult. Now, balancing on one leg, looking to the left and looking to the right. Now we've still got those eyes closed. Open them at any point if you need to regain your balance, but we've got two hands going in this race and chase underhand position. Switching that stance from side to side. Left leg forwards, right leg forwards, feeling that tension through your hands back to the spine from the end of the rope. Now maybe finding that balance on one leg, switching to the other leg, noticing where you're losing balance as that rope goes around. And now mixing it up and switching between all. So maybe eyes open, looking to your right, looking to your left, switching to a single in the right hand, single in the left hand, switching your stance up, finding a good sway from side to side there. Back to the right hand. Two hands again. Single leg balance on the right. Maybe swinging the leg a little bit now. Single balance on the left. Finding a bit of a seesaw action. Looking to the left, and that's time. So that is the underhand pattern, nice little challenge there. Now tomorrow we'll be putting the underhand and the overhand together in a directional change. Have a good one.